Hi guys, Coach Tommy here, and today we are going to start the process of uploading some videos. If you have chosen to use us as part of your fitness journey, one of the things that we like to do is we like to send out an email that gives you a ton of information on how to apply macros, how to successfully achieve your diet and lifestyle changes. So today we've decided that we're going to break that down into video segments so it's a little bit more digestible and you guys can kind of pick through which parts that you want to learn a little bit more about instead of just having to read through it. So today's video is going to be everything you need to know about macros and exactly what they are. And then, like I said, keep an eye out for these next videos if you have specific questions about different things. So what are macronutrients? There are protein, fats, and carbs, and it's broken up into those three categories. So everything that we digest and we take in is broken up into those. So what you would likely receive from us is, depending on your goals, you're going to receive how much protein, fat, and carbs in grams that you should be eating daily. So that's how we're going to try to really start honing in exactly what we should be eating and how we're going to achieve those fitness goals. Okay, so I remember a while back whenever macros first came into the dieting scene, it was if it fits your macros. And a lot of people were using that as an excuse to still eat very unhealthy and just achieve a certain set of macros. With that being said, the number one thing that we want to focus on and pay attention to when it comes to macros is our quality of food, okay? So our quality of food is saying that I'm not going to eat a bowl of ice cream just because I have a lot of fat and carbs left at the end of the day, okay? We're going to try to find whole good foods, and some quick little things that we want to make sure that we cut out whenever we're doing our macros is we're going to cut out all the junk. So we're not going to do any processed food. We're not going to do any fast food. We're not going to do any types of sugary, white, starchy carbs, right? So we're going to cut out any MSG, any additives, anything like that, okay? So you're looking at whole food, and you're looking at trying to get stuff that you can make yourself and that isn't pre-made. We want to stay away from all those TV dinners, all those pre-made, frozen, anything, okay? So we're looking at changing our lifestyle completely into more of cooking our own food and looking at healthier options whenever we do go out, okay? So that's what we talk about when we talk about quality. So if it fits your macros doesn't necessarily mean that you're just going to eat a whole bunch of sugary processed food to make sure you've hit those markers. What we want to do is we want to fuel our body with nice, good, healthy foods. And as you look through these next couple of videos, we're going to go into detail about those protein, carbs, and fats and give you some great examples on what we're talking about there. Okay, so the next thing we want to talk about is your goals. So everybody starts to make these fitness lifestyle changes for three different reasons, right? So top one is health concerns and weight loss, right? So your macronutrients are going to look quite a bit different than somebody who's either maintaining or wanting performance enhancement. Performance enhancement doesn't necessarily mean in your sport or if you're physically active. It could also mean that you're okay with your health and you're okay with your weight that you're at, but you're super lethargic, you have zero energy, you can't make it through the day without 20 cups of sugary coffees, and you have no energy for home life or to do anything outside of those working hours, right? So that's our number two, is our performance base, and it could either be in a sport, could be as you come to the gym and you enjoy your workouts, or it could be just in life in general. We're looking to have a little bit more energy and to feel better. And then our third one would be to gain weight or to gain size. So if you're somebody who's always been a little bit on the smaller side and you're looking to try to build some muscle and you're looking to try to fill out that body frame a little bit more, that might be your third reason why you're looking into some type of nutritional change, right? So depending on which one you choose, your macros are going to look very different, and you're going to be, the composure of how many carbs, how many fats, how much protein is going to be a lot different as well. So once we figure out that goal and we set that goal, then you'll be able to start tracking your macros and you'll be given a specific amount that you're going to have to get, right? So we want to make sure that we have a good food scale, and we want to make sure that it doesn't necessarily have to be something super expensive. It can be something cheap as long as you know how to use it and it's something that works for you. So the next part is going to be weighing our food, right? I always say weigh it after you cook it. That's going to give you a pretty good idea of how much you're actually going to eat, because a lot of our meats and different things like that shrink, and if you weigh a lot of things beforehand, before cooking, you may end up under eating severely, okay? So we're going to make sure we get a food scale, and we're going to start weighing our food, and I'll do another video all on its own about prep and how to make sure that you're doing all that the best way you can so you can be the most successful that you can. Okay, so then we have just a few tips to help you guys with if your macros and you're feeling a little wonky or things aren't happening. Again, if you sign up for our program, we'll be checking in with you weekly and we can make these adjustments for you. But if you're just generally curious and you're kind of stuck with macros and you haven't really tipped over to the level that you're looking for, so whatever your goal is, you haven't quite been able to figure it out with your macros, if you're starving and you're not able to make it throughout the day without just being like so hungry that you end up breaking and you have a whole bunch of junk, add some more protein, okay? So protein is one of those things that it's gonna help you feel fuller. It's a very calorie dense type of food. So that'll help with that hunger. If you're feeling tired, add more fiber rich food. So that's looking at our vegetables and different things like that. It takes your body a little bit longer to process fiber, so it's gonna make you work and kind of keep you a little bit more active. If you're really struggling to lose weight, let's look at those carbohydrates, okay? So let's look at not only the carbohydrates being lowered, but also our total calories being lowered, okay? So that may mean that if we don't lower the carbs enough, we may have to take a little bit more off the fat, because fats are really high in calories, because we need to always be lower than what we burn if we wanna lose weight. Okay, so you can't ever eat the same amount of calories that you burn and expect to lose weight. And if you are losing too much too quickly, so say you do have a weight loss goal, but all of a sudden you start and you drop like 10, 15 pounds and you feel terrible, then we need to start adding in some more fats to kind of balance everything out, because we wanna see a nice steady decline in our weight loss. We don't wanna see any rapid peaks, because then what's gonna happen is it's probably gonna come back because it's all water weight, and we wanna make sure that we're doing this correctly and we're getting weight off and it's staying off. So like I said, this is just a quick little video about macros and everything you need to know just real quick, and we're gonna go into more detail with some of our intermittent fasting, exactly what type of proteins, carbs, and fats you should be looking at eating. So I hope you enjoyed the video. Make sure you hit the like button and subscribe.